I don't know why you always give me that side eye buzz. Morning, y'all. I'm feeling a bit better today. I went and did my morning workout. It's a work from home day, so yay for that. So I had this creamy rice for my post-workout snacky meal. It's yummy. Definitely has like a stevia taste, but I would rather have that than sugar. So it's very yummy, and I think I figured out the consistency of it, so I like that. Also, their customer service is incredible. We will definitely be repurchasing from them. We had kind of a snafu with shipping. They were so kind to like send us another shipment because our original one had gotten lost in the border tariff situation, customs, I don't know, government shutdown, who knows, girl. So anyways, they were very, very kind to send us more. So thank y'all so much, and we will definitely be purchasing more.
And how to feel when the color of your hair is just right. I love it. I can tell you something that you won't believe, even if I said it. We thought it may be I don't know right now. My circle is a ghost town. No one is ever really around. I'm putting round the city lights till I get so damn tired and laid down. I'm talking to
Brutus, you want your breakfast, Bobs? This is one of my favorite cups. It always reminds me it's just a bad day, not a bad life. Maybe not even a whole day, y'all. Maybe it's just a bad moment. That's okay. Pumpkin spice, yay! That's good. Okay, as you guys know, we live in a 2-bedroom place right now, and we have outgrown it. The boys need their own rooms. We all need more space, so we're going to be moving in the next several months. So I'm enjoying where we live now because I love where we live, but everything, obviously, you know, things have to change, and that's okay. Extra room where I can have like an office space for my work from home days. And when that happens, I really want to get this meditation chair thing, but I'm only going to get it once I have like my own dedicated space or it's in our room, because one thing I'm learning is that if you don't want kids to mess with things, which they obviously need to learn to like not mess up other people's possessions and to be respectful of other people's stuff, but if you really, really, really don't want for that to even to be a temptation, just don't have things out. So obviously in this situation I can't do that. So it is a work from home day. We don't really have busy season per se, but we do have tighter deadlines throughout the year. So as we approach year end, we are performing like our Q3 testing. One of our big projects coming up, end of the year is coming. We want to close as many action plans that internal audit has identified from their audits. We want to close as many as possible, you know, make sure people are really getting whatever actions they need to do to mitigate or to address risks that were identified by internal audit. We want to make sure that that gets done. Projects that pop up either from testing or from just stuff that kind of happens within the organization. And so I'm working on a specific like deep dive into a certain process, looking at like what is actually configured in the system, what people are doing within the system, and how they're like actioning on things, and then seeing where there are gaps, because through our testing we saw that there may be some gaps. And so how can we improve the process, making things more efficient. Another thing that I have had to like learn through being, you know, a bonus and living with kids and having kids for longer periods of time or on the weekends is like, I know that after a weekend with them, because of, you know, just how busy the weekend is, you don't get that like downtime for your brain as much as, you know, I did when I didn't live with kids. So in those times, I do find that I'm more like, I guess the term is overstimulated. I would describe it kind of like when I used to work crazy hours for busy season, or like in the past, you know, like I would work 80+ hour weeks, and you just feel that like tired, but like not physically per se, but it's like your mind is tired. It's harder to feel as efficient, or like your brain's moving as fast as it used to. I knew that if I wanted to have a family life where I showed up as best as I could not work like that. So that's partially why, you know, I was looking for a different job whenever I ended up getting laid off. It was because the role I was in prior to that was so demanding that it didn't leave much for me to give to my family and to like my husband. That's not the kind of like person I want to be, especially when there's kids around. Knew that I would slow down whenever I had kids, but it just happened a lot faster because my husband had kids. So now I have them sometimes. So anyways, I say that because I have had to learn that I can't do everything all the time, especially when it comes to work. I used to like be able to just, you know, like I could go from one topic to another, switch my brain from one thing to another so quickly, lived and breathed that fire drill mentality. And now that I have more demands from a personal life perspective, I can't do that. It's too much. For me to be well balanced, it's too much for me. So I'm very grateful for this job. But I say that because the way I approach my work now, especially after like a longer weekend when I know my mental energy isn't as high as it used to be, I can give it the best that I have. In the past, it used to really bother me. Like I was so frustrated with like not being able to like be at 100% after having the boys over on a weekend or during the summer or something like that. Like I was so used to me functioning a certain way that when I wasn't, I was really hard on myself. And so I've had to learn that this is just part of the season that I'm in. I can still be effective, get my job done, and do it well, but maybe I just don't have that extra, you know, 10 to 15% extra that I used to have. Number one, what is the priority that I need to focus on? And then two, what are like tangible things that I can get done to move the needle forward? You know, is the juice worth the squeeze, honey? That's what we're trying to do. Anyway, so I talked to you about my priorities. So there's three? Yeah. And I'm taking a week of PTO next week because it's gonna be Gigi and I's 1-year wedding anniversary. So we're going to Cancun. So I'm excited about that. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to get done beforehand. I know that there's these 3 big projects, and of course there's like these other tasks on this side. There's these 3 big projects that are coming up this month. What is the one that has the closest deadline that I need to work on like ASAP? So for me, that is going to be the internal audit action plans, because we want to close as many as we can before the 23rd. That is a big, like that's when a specific meeting is happening to talk about status of those things. When I have free time, like if I'm not in meetings, that's what I'm going to focus on first. IA action plans. Second priority is going to be this deep dive topic. So making sure that I have the meetings scheduled. I do have meetings that are coming up related to that. And then just making sure that I'm, you know, well prepared for those to go through the whole process, you know, poke holes in it. Third is going to be preparing for this upcoming testing. So I already know I have meetings scheduled for that, for like preliminary discussion, just to understand entities a little bit better. I do have trackers that I've put together because I do manage 2 other people, and they're going to be working as well as like me as well. All 3 of us are working on it. So I just need to make sure everyone is clear on what they need to own, templates for our testing work, papers, stuff like that, that I just need to like roll forward. I could probably have one of them do it, but I like doing that myself too. So I'm just gonna roll forward a couple things. I mean, that's like an easy task to do. It's gonna be lower priority for me. This is my prior brain dump thing that I did last week. So I already finished that one. We're working on another project that is also time sensitive, but we're waiting on a couple of items, so I'm just gonna put it back on my list. I use a different color pen for like personal stuff. I would love to do this with you guys one day, so I'm just gonna talk through it. I can't show it to you, unfortunately. I got to figure out a way to do it where you're not seeing my actual work, you know, so I'll figure it out, but modeled off of the Scrum Agile methodology. It's not truly that, but it's kind of like that. So I have a project board. For example, this deep dive project that I'm taking on, the way that I determined that I needed to take it on, I looked at what was assigned to each of the team members, if they have like the capacity for it based on like all the different things that are assigned to them. And then secondly, if skill set was going to be the right fit, or maybe they have like a stretch goal. Maybe they want to be exposed to certain things and want to learn. That's a priority for me too, them to learn the things that they want to learn. Okay, yeah, the only thing that we shared, wanted to bring it up to the governance group.
That's the only real conversation I can have without a frustration.
Okay, so I finished my first block of meetings. So if I can control my schedule, I try to like lump them all either in the morning or in the afternoon so I can have like a good chunk of focus time. That's just how my brain works. So I have another meeting here in 15 minutes. I had to reschedule one of my meetings to later this week. So basically a lot of focus time this afternoon, which I'm going to use to get ahead on my to-dos. It's lunchtime now, and I love having work from home days because I can actually go and like get some shit done that I need to get done. So for example, I have had low tire pressure for like the past week. I just did not have time to go, you know, after work, and on the weekend with the boys I wasn't like driving my car and stuff like that. So anyways, this is the first opportunity. So I'm sitting in the line at the tire place to get my tire pressure checked out, and then quick Target pickup, and then I'll probably grab, I'm thinking I want halal, guys, for lunch. I think I'm done for work today. I have done my best. I gave it my best. So I wanted just to finish up today's vlog sharing some fun girly things. So I mentioned that Gigi and I are going to Cancun for our anniversary. These are imitation Oner Active straight leg leggings because they are constantly out of stock. So I have a pair of the Oner Active soft motion flare leggings, which are very nice, and they have a similar fabric as this. Probably higher quality, but they're also like $70 compared to this Amazon one, which I think is like maybe $20 to $30, and this is the straight leg version. I like these. They're comfy for what I am wearing it for, which is at home. Anyway, so I'm constantly in like athleisure wear, or you know, like my work uniforms. So I wanted to get some new dresses because I figured, you know, when we go out to dinner, like I still want to, you know, show my husband that he's got himself a hot young wife. Young in comparison, you know what I'm saying? So I got several options to try on, and then I'll keep what I like. It's been a minute. Maybe I'll do like a little try on with you guys. I've definitely noticed about my body, honey. I am much stronger, and I'm probably like, in terms of fitness, this is the fittest I've ever been in terms of how strong I am, how mobile I am, my cardio, endurance. This is the most fit I've ever been in my life, but the body ain't showing it, honey. It's not that it's not showing it completely, but you know, I have a pooch and I am more fluffy, and so I think part of it too is like I am 37, so my metabolism and the way that certain foods react with me is different than it was when I was like in my 20s. What's important is how you feel about yourself, and sometimes I feel a little more fluffy than I would like, but that's okay. Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. My body is different now than it was when I was less curvy and less muscular. So I'm trying to love the body that I'm in today, honey. That pink one was looking a little too youthful, so I might not keep that one, but we shall see. And imagine with a tan. Ooh, y'all, it's gonna be with a deep tan. Yes, honey. Okay, I do like to show off my muscles. Let me try these on for y'all. It's cute, and y'all, it's got pockets. How fun. Not like this, the elastic waist. It's most definitely not doing your girl any favors. Imagine you can't see the bra. I don't think it's the vibe for me, but I do think it's cute. I did notice it was a little tight on the booty because your girl does have a bigger booty now, which was kind of the point. That's what I've been working on. This I think I like. This one is giving the vibe that I was looking for. I think that's cute too. Don't mind I put like random inserts right here just because I don't need y'all to be seeing nothing else, okay? Yeah, I think this is cute. It's definitely like super fitted to the waist, and y'all, this has always been my problem area, and it's just, she largely in charge, it is what it is. But like, I'm on the fence about this one. I like it, but I'm just like kind of on the fence. 50-50. I'm trying to not keep things that I'm not like 100% about. That's my threshold, but at the same time, I do like it. It's just, I don't know what it is about it that is throwing me off. Okay, and here's the last one. This one is a definite no for me. I liked the idea of like a really flowy, drapey, kind of like airy dress with the sleeves, but I just feel like it's gonna be too warm. I have a definite yes for two. Two are a definite no. One is a maybe. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know if you like these kind of vlogs and if you want me to chat about anything else. But I'll keep doing them because this is fun. All right, bye.